Let's do the same backlinks thing that we just did with the #1 search engine result from the Learning Channel, but let's do it on this video from Howcast. We'll just run it through Yahoo's backlink checker. I'll copy the URL, paste it in. Oh, hello, 9 links. Well, and don't get too excited because maybe that's an anomaly, right? It's been known to happen. What about this result from YouTube? First, let's check out the video. Oh, dear Lord. I was thinking that this was shot on one of them old VHS camcorders. You know, the kind from the 1970s where the camera is huge, right? And it's got this big giant cable that connects to one of those dinosaur VHS decks. We better stop this before the elevator music soundtrack turns us all to stone. Okay, it's not a great video, but it's the #4 spot on Google. It's the first video result, and according to Yahoo, it's got 9 backlinks too. Allow me to recap. Today, you have a choice. You can compete against the Learning Channel, webpage for webpage, against all of their professional designers and writers and cake baking cooks. And while you're at it, get 800 or 900 some odd backlinks into that page, just that page. Or you can go head to head with this guy, or compete with this 1970s-ish high school biology class quality video and get 9 or 10 or maybe even, I don't know, a dozen incoming links. And oh, by the way, take a look at the number of views that this little cake video's got. Yeah, that's over 100,000. Hello, beautiful.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think these people know a lot about online video? Of course they don't. I mean, it's obvious, and that's one of the beauties of video. You know when it's bad.
But it doesn't matter, because even by watching the next couple of videos in this series, you're going to learn enough to completely separate yourself from these guys. And while I'm in an inquisitive mood, let me ask you a follow-up question. Do you think they know a lot about marketing? Exactly. Bad video from people who are not even marketers is getting ranked, and it's getting traffic, and it's getting massive results.
And I loves me some cake.
Now look, of course there's going to be markets that are more competitive than cake baking. But in every example like this that I've done, videos have ranked great in the search engines with far less SEO effort than regular web pages.
I think it's only a matter of time before your visitor won't even think that you're legitimate, let alone want to buy something from you if you don't have video on your site, at least somewhere. Which means that now is the time to take advantage of these huge gaps and utter lack of skilled competition. And this is where we get into the video is cursed part of this conversation. You've seen it. You've seen the huge launches all done with video. You've seen how video ranks great in the search engines all over the place. And you've seen how major companies like Amazon are featuring video as part of their sales process. And here's a little quote from an old rag, sometimes referred to as the paper of record, aka the New York Times. The headline reads, "Online ads are booming if they're attached to video." The article's pretty amazing in the way it talks about what should now be obvious to you. It says that video marketing is the fastest growing segment of internet advertising. The fastest growing segment.
And this is where we get into the video is cursed part of this conversation. And I bet you know what I'm about to say. I haven't done any scientific testing or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure that I've been party to, created more, or have at least been consulted more about online video marketing than just about anyone else in this little market of ours. And time again, even when I'm talking to experienced, successful business owners, I hear the same old fears about using video.
The first thing they tell me is that it's way too expensive. They show me adverts for video cameras that cost $2,000 or even $20,000. Then I get emails from them freaking out that have links pointing to $500 microphones. Then they show me web pages with $2,000 video editing software and $10,000 workstation class computers. They're afraid. They're afraid of the costs, they're afraid of the complexity, and of looking like a weirdo stalker politician on video. Friend, rest your mind. Let me just tell you what the last 3 video campaigns that I worked on all had in common. You know, the last 3 campaigns that made over $5 million combined. You see, I used a piece of software called Keynote. It's just like PowerPoint on the Mac, but cheaper. In fact, in many ways, it's less powerful than PowerPoint, which is why the other half of the time, I use PowerPoint. And oh, I used like a $40 microphone, just like a little USB jobber that I picked up at Target. I mean, for Jeff Walker's launch, I used one of the stock themes that comes with Keynote. Sorry, Jeff. Did I have a barn burner of a computer? Not for Magic Bullet. I did that on my laptop that's over a year old. And when I do shackle myself to my desk, that computer's almost 3 years old.
What about a fancy video camera? Well, allow me to explain, and fair warning, I might get a little personal. I can't stand being on video. Cannot stand it. You can say 40 is the new 30 all you want, but that memo didn't get to my hairline, to my waist, my complexion, or my arse.
And you know how they say that the camera adds 20 pounds? That's not true. It adds 40, at least on me. So I've always hated being on camera, which is why in 50-some-odd marketing videos where I've been the author, where it was my voice marketing my product,
my mug in the form of live video has only ever been in 5. And I'm the video dude. The thing is, I market with video. I never wanted to be an actor. I just want to help people sell more stuff and sometimes sell my own. So I use video because it's more effective than anything I've ever tried. I just don't use the live, in-person, on-camera kind if I can help it. I mean, this is how sketched out I get. I remember being so freaked out about getting in front of the camera for a launch video I was doing. I think it was the 3rd video for Don Crowther's Smarts launch, which crushed it, by the way,
that I animated a cartoon character and lip-synced his mouth to my voice. All because I'm weirded out about being on camera, and this video is no exception. Meaning you don't even need a camera, just make slides. And even if you wanted to like show video of your products in action or demonstrate how something works, you don't need an expensive camera. I'll make you a bet. If I showed you 2 different bits of live video like I am right now, from one camera that cost almost $8,000 and another camera that cost about $150, would you really care which was which until you had to buy it?
So why aren't you getting tons of traffic and closing huge percentages of your visitors with video? You know what? Don't answer that because I think I know why. But before we get into that, I want to tell you about some cool people who are not internet marketing guru types.
In fact, they haven't done a big product launch, but they do use video to help get tons of traffic and sell tons of their products. Now, in the next couple videos, I'm going to give away some of their secrets, some of the secrets I got from some of these non-guru, non-internet marketing, non-professional video marketers. One guy, James, created a short 3-minute Valentine's video for his dog that got over 4 million views, and he'll talk about how he did it. Another dude, Robert, talks about this technique that he used to grow over 90,000 visitors a month using video for a yoga site. But that's not all. In these case studies, they're going to give up some key tips that they use for creating their videos, and how in one case, and I'm not sure how to say this, is it quintupled? Whatever. How one guy multiplied his sales by 5 times just using video to sell. But you already know what the best part about this is. They're not professional videographers or trained video editors or public speakers. Most of them don't even appear anywhere in their videos, and a lot of the times they just made it up as they went along. They just sort of copied some of what they saw me do in my videos, threw it up on their site, and got results. In one interview, a school fundraiser named Dan talks about how he uploaded a video, went for lunch, and came back to a first page ranking on Google. So stay tuned for that.
So I'm off to make that video for you on my massively powerful supercomputer. So give me a couple days to get it done. I'll see you later.